I woke up and I still felt a little tired. There's a energy in the air. And I don't know if you feel the energy, but it's a tired energy. It's like even though you might have slept, this energy is like you're still tired. You're still tired, even though you woke up tired. You may have had trouble falling asleep. A lot of people have been having trouble falling asleep. Rosie, honey, you're not doing it. Yeah, and we know that there's been like some activity coming from the sun, but there's a tiredness. This energy is like it's a tired like energy. That's how I can, that's the only way I can explain it. It feels like a tiredness, a tiredness. If you woke up and you're, good morning. If you woke up and you're feeling tired, I don't like it when Rosie goes to that door because Jonathan has been off all week long, and he's just now went back to work. Okay, he let her in because I don't want her running back and forth like that. There is a tiredness in the air. The tiredness is like somewhat like a heaviness, but not really a heaviness. It's really hard to explain it. I try to feel it. It's like a pausing energy, pausing energy. Yeah, are you feeling it? Eugenia, can you spit it out? I'm trying to spit it out. I'm trying to get it out, but my train of thought is my train of thought has been disconnected. I can't focus. I have to come outside. Are you feeling it? Hello, Amy. You feel they're doing it on purpose somewhat. The frequencies, yeah, there's the frequencies, they keep shifting is what's happening. They're shifting differently. Oh, the energy feels a lot better out here. Got some wind chimes, but there's yeah, it's like that. When my niece walked past this yesterday, she could feel the energy, the frequency from this all the way in her being. She could feel it. Now I hear Rosie looking at me. Rosie, honey, I had to come outside because you were being a wild woman. I had to come out because you were being wild. Let me let her out. She just came in. Now she wants to go right back out. Come on. This is your chance, Rosie. Did you come out? I don't know what she did. Come on. You gonna come out? Okay, get out the door, Rosie, honey. You're a baby. You want to come out? You've been running around all morning. Come on. Come on, Rosie. You've been running around all morning. Oh, it's when there's tragic events. Let me see this. It happens so we won't have the energy or strength to deal with it. Yeah, that would make sense. But no, we gotta have reserve energy on the inside of our beings, right there. A lot of reserve energy. I mean, we're fully capable of keeping that reserve here, and we just got to keep the balance. Good morning, Susan B. Honey. Yeah, I didn't want to get on here again in this clothes, but I did. I just been sitting there drinking a cup of coffee. I made it through a whole cup of coffee. It's not strong, but there's an energy in the air, and it's an energy. It's like a lazy like of an energy, to where you could feel tired, but you're not tired. It's like I don't want to move energy. I don't want to get up. I don't want to move energy. I just want to like just sit here and just gather my thoughts or stuff, energy, because you can feel it. Maybe you got to recalibrate. We got to recalibrate. I'm sitting here and recalibrating my body, my mindset. Yeah, it's a moment you wake up and the energy is causing you to have to recalibrate. You recalibrated yesterday, if we can look at it like that. You in tune yesterday, totally in tune yesterday. And this morning, since you slept, see they're agreeing with me. You sleep and you don't feel as in tuned as you were yesterday. Something interfered with your frequency somewhere between that period you laid down and you woke up to now. Something interfered with it, and you just got to recalibrate now. That if we can look at it like that, we got to recalibrate our energy, our frequency, because it was right on par yesterday. For me, my frequency. Rosie, honey, get in the house. You're too wild. Get in that house, you wild woman. Yeah. Yesterday, your energy was calibrated. I really try hard to think of how to describe it with visuals or something like that. Good morning. You totally agree with me. I'm gonna come and get you wait right there. I'm gonna get my coat on. I'm gonna flip it around. You sit right there and look at that while I get my coat. All right, Gina, are you back? Yes, I'm back. I am back. Let me flip it around. Okay, I'm back. Got this coat on. Let me do this. Yeah, okay. It's like when I was in there getting this coat, we've got to tune out the noise, spiritual, a frequency, the frequency of sounds around us. It interferes with the our frequency. And if you're just tuning in, the energy, there is an energy out in the air, and it's different than the energy yesterday, and it affects your energy. Yesterday, I felt I was really in tuned. You may felt that you were in tuned. Everything's in tuned. And somewhere between when you went to sleep and you wake up this morning, this is me personally, wake up this morning, the frequency got kind of interfered. Something interfered with the frequency, and and we had to calibrate it back today, is what it feels like. We got to somehow change the dial to where we can tune back in, because whatever's out here in the realm, the ether, the spiritual realm, it's kind of messed up our frequency a little. I mean, the frequency, is still inside you, but you just got to tweak it. You wake up tired. It's like a tired energy, an energy out there that makes you just sit and, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I feel a little wild. I feel like this hat is like doing something. Hello and good morning. You had pressure for 3 days and it lifted. It's unusually warm winter. It is. 50 15 degrees. What is the temperature this morning here? It's a little cold. It's a really cold. Um, can y'all please give this video a thumbs up? Regina, you ain't going nowhere yet. I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to explain with this energy out there that what it feels like. It is like it's a hold me down energy. It is an energy that wants to hold you down. How about that? It wants to hold you down because your frequency might have got too high yesterday. You ever felt like that? Well, I had my frequency high yesterday. I had it in tuned, and like the energy out there, it doesn't like it because it doesn't have control. It doesn't like us having fine tuning our energy, our frequency. So somewhere during the nighttime hours when we're not as conscious and fully awake like we are during the daytime, when our bodies are taking time to rest, this energy out there, it messes with our frequency during that period of time because we're not fully alert. We're not fully alert. And our defenses come down a little bit. Our shields kind of weaken when we sleep because you're entering into another realm, more or less. We got to recalibrate our bodies this morning. Our spiritual bodies is what we got to do. If you want to look at it from a spiritual point of view, recalibrate your spiritual body. That's how it happens. Recalibrate it. So, and you might want to add, we really do need to, just imagine a control board. You have a dial, it's your frequency dial, my frequency. And you know where it needs to be. You could go like you need to be like balanced, but sometimes you have to turn that frequency dial over to the far end to keep your frequency, turn up the protection of your spiritual body. You got to turn it like that to make sure the other frequencies that are out there, that they can't get through. They can't get through even during your period when you rest your body. And whenever you rest your body, if you sleep during the day or something, you gotta make sure. I'm trying to recalibrate your frequency because there's something that can mess up your fine tuning. You gotta, it's like when your car's running fine and all of a sudden the engine, it starts getting a miss in it, or it starts going pop, 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 pop. It's like an old car when you turn it on when the weather's cold. Oh, it has a hard time getting started at first because it's an older car. But in the perhaps in the warm weather, you don't have a problem. It'll fire right up. But older cars, sometimes it may take a while for them to start up. But yeah, we just gotta really, truly watch our frequency on the inside, our spiritual essence. Make sure that nothing comes in during our aware times when we're resting, because it could happen. Yeah, good morning. Your ears are ringing. You're getting the ear ringing again. Is anyone else getting the ear ringing again? Good morning if you are just tuning in. Yeah, there's an energy in the air is what I said. And when I woke up this morning, got a cup of coffee and I sat down. I still felt a little tired. And it's like somewhere between the time I laid down to the time I woke up, this energy out there changed the frequency somewhat, messed with my frequency at that time. I'm still on a high vibrating frequency, but it's like that knob or whatever, something came and like pushed it over this way this way. And then I can feel the background noise that's out there. the background noise from the energy that's out here in the ether. I can feel it. I can feel it. But we got to do some fine tuning. It's good to be aware of what's out there. Out there. When I say background noise, it's anything that would be out there. Have you ever tried to listen to something and you hear the noise all around and you can't concentrate? You can't concentrate on what you're trying to focus on because of the background noise. It's interfering because you know it's there, but you hear it and it's hard to be completely focused. That's what I say of background noise. That's what I'm feeling in the ether, in the spiritual realm out here. I'm feeling it. There's a background energy like. There, background energy that is, it's kind of a staticky like energy that would, okay, it's a staticky energy that would interfere with our frequency. How about we go? I'm trying to, it's flowing in. Interfere with our frequency since we are like electrical beings too. We got a lot of we got a lot of currents, energy currents all through us. It's a staticky, outdoor, staticky energy that's causing the frequency to, for some of you, your frequency within you could be going in and out. You could feel it right now, going in and out. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, the frequency is going in and out because of whatever. We're not all going to feel it the same way. We're not. So your frequency that you had, you're having a hard time to keep it up there because it could, this, for some, this could be going, you could be spiraling down a little because of the energy that's out here. It's background noise. It's a staticky noise. Can I physically hear the static in the air? No, I can spiritually hear it. I spiritually hear it through the feeling part of me, through the intuitive part of me. I spiritually feel it and hear it. It's out there. And you may say, well, it's coming from the sun. Wherever it's coming from, it messes up our frequency. And we've got to stay ever alert, ever aware, and on guard. You got to put on the full armor of God. You do. It's a spiritual armor. It truly is. A spiritual armor is something that you can envision. And if you could envision it in your mind and give it a physical appearance in your mind, then you've got your armor on. Okay, you do. You got your armor on, whatever that armor may be. You've got to look at it that way, because some people are a little bit confused as to when people say, somebody's in here is, when you need to put on your spiritual armor, and they're thinking, how can you put on something that you cannot see? What good is a spiritual armor or spiritual protection when you can't see it? That's where faith comes in. You got to envision it in your mind. You can envision yourself. I had a very, 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 very slight pressure, like a frequency wanted to come in just then. I mean, it literally, it tried to start. I felt it, but it literally pushed itself. It had to go back out. It had to go back out. It was going to come in my ear right now, but it went out. It didn't even make it inside. I felt it trying to get in there, but it came back out. You have to envision a mental image in your mind of a great big shield. If you want to look at ancient warriors, great big shield, a great big sword. Your whole body is, you got on body armor. You got on body armor, more or less. Yeah, that's put on the full armor of God. You're covered from head to toe, more or less. It's a protection. And even those areas of your body that aren't physically covered, you're protected with an energy. You are protected with an energy. It's a powerful force field energy. It's how you got to do it. When It's the spiritual realm, if you can look at it like that. It's getting a little cold. There's an energy out there. It's a staticky energy that can quite possibly be interfering with your frequency in your body, your vibration. It has quite possibly kind of switched it up from yesterday a little, like messed up the fine tuning that you had. But you just got to just turn a little bit of knobs and get that fine tuning back. That's right. If you want to tune in, you know that's what they do. You turn a certain dial, like a radio dial, you want to turn it. There's a lot of static. There's a lot of static. And especially with the older ones, when you turn them, if they had a knob, you'd hear, you think, I know, I just got to be really careful. I've got to be really careful because it gets a little sticky. So you like turn the knob and you barely just like, I'm just going to barely touch it. And then boom, you hear it. You hear it. It's all clear. That's what we got to do with our inside here. Right there. Just like, and it's okay. It just requires a little work on our behalf, a little bit of patience, and you'll get there. It requires a little bit of patience on our side to do it. You got to put forth the work, you all. You do. Put forth the work. All is not lost. All is not lost. If you woke up this morning and saying, I had a really good day yesterday. Oh no, everything's going bad now this morning. My morning got off to a bad start. Pause. I just explained what happened. You just got to calm down and just fine tune that. You just turn the dial back. It didn't go too far. You know where you need to be. Just like turn that dial and get yourself to there. You know, I have some other dials you need to tweak too. It's okay. It's okay. Your day's going to go good. It is. I promise you. Your day is going to go good. It's not the end of the world. In some extreme, some people think, well, so it's the end of the world. No, it's not. It's not. You know how strong you are on the inside. You truly do. You just gather yourself back together because this energy out there, it could scatter your thoughts too. It could. It has that ability. It's so staticky to where you can't think straight. You know, it's like momentary like gaps in your thinking. It's like blank spots, and then you got a good reasoning, and then it's like, no. You just give it time. Give it time. It may take time to get fully calibrated within your being. It might, but I assure you, the person you were, who was vibrating on that high frequency, and you had it, your mind is straight and stuff. That same person's on the inside of you. Okay, it's going to be all right. It is. You're going to be able to think more clearly, and now that you're aware of what happened. Really, you got to look at that way. If you can envision, like I just said, what happened, it can help you to retrain or refocus like you were yesterday from here to here. From here to here. Your heart and your mind. We got to connect this with this. We do. Right there, so we can have a smooth connection. Yeah, smooth connection. And it's okay. It's perfectly okay, you all. You can do it. It's spiritual, but it's real. It's just spiritual, but it's real because it has a real impact in our physical world. Whatever happens in the spiritual realm out here, it has an enormous impact in our spiritual world. Yes, spiritual warfare. They have been throttling the comment section on this channel. They stop the chat is what they do. Whoever they are, it's spiritual and stuff. But it's all right, you all. Hello there, Scrappy Doo. It's really cold out here. It'll wake you up. It will. Comes from this. I don't know what I just did. I hope I didn't do something with it. There is energy that's coming from the sun. And there's no way it couldn't interfere with our physical bodies. There's no way it couldn't. It affects. I mean, you can stand out in the sun. The heat from it can just burn your skin. And yeah, unseen, unseen effects from the sun. You can't see it at first. Over time, you'd be able to feel it. You could see it. Hello, Scrappy Dappy Doo. Good morning, you all. It's cold out here. Now my hands are cold. I'm going to go back in. I had to come outside because I couldn't think straight because of the background noise. Yeah, that's right. It does affect us, Susan, honey. I'm going to go, you all. And it's really cold. I would encourage you to make sure you got something to keep yourself warm. You're going to have some warm coat. Get some blankets. Go wash your blankets if they've been sitting there and you think, well, they don't smell too good. Wash them because we could lose power. We could. You never know what's going to happen in our world. They're warning of something. I saw a comment, Gina. Now you're buying into the whatever. When I was doing the video on the polar thing, you're pushing the agenda. No, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. There's nothing wrong with making sure you know where your blankets are, making sure your blankets are clean, because it is very cold out here. It's very, very cold. And it could get colder, get a lot colder. No, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. You can see the humidity is up. It is up. No, that's right. There's nothing wrong with the truth unless you don't want it. You don't want the truth. You want to live in your own little bubble. And those who live in their own little bubble, in their own little world, they have done this. They have envisioned a bubble around them. They can do that, but they can't look beyond that. They can't envision anything else except that. Everything else don't exist to them. But it does exist. There's other energies out there. There's other spiritual things out there. You can envision stuff like that, and you can spiritually close yourself off. You can, totally spiritual, and you will not be able to see the other spiritual forces that are out there. And you want to be able to see them while protecting yourself at the same time. You don't want to, could you imagine, you don't want to walk blindly in this world. You do not. Walking spiritually blinded because you have put yourself in such a spiritual bubble. And that bubble you're in, you can't even see outside. Well, let me just say this. There are people who put themselves in a spiritual bubble. And inside that spiritual bubble, it is like a great big green screen. A great big green screen, and they see only what they want to see. And they go on throughout their life in this bubble. And it's a green screen bubble. It's an imaginary, it's all whatever they want to see. And yet they're enclosed in there by themselves, and they don't see what else is going on. And there could be a lot of danger surrounding them, a lot of things happening, but they can't see it. They can't see it. They don't want to see it because they only want to see what's out there. You've got to be aware of what's happening. You do, because your bubble, your green screen bubble that you're in may one day get popped. Especially if that is not, no, it's just one day going to get popped. And when it's popped, you're no longer going to be in that bubble. And when you look around, you are going to have a hard time adjusting to your environment, the world around you. You truly are, whoever this is for, a very hard time because you lived in a spiritual bubble that you had a green screen inside. It was all pretty in your world. Of course, because you put yourself in a spiritual bubble and you didn't want to see the real world. You didn't. You didn't want to see all around you. You did not. But what happens when that spiritual bubble gets popped? You don't got nothing. You're going to have to face reality. You are. That's right. You're going to have to, this right here is going to literally, boom. Yeah. And you're going to need enormous strength. Okay, you are. You are. There's an energy out there. It is an energy that um, might have messed with your mindset or whatever yesterday when you woke up this morning, and you may feel it. I mean, it didn't mess with it too bad, the mind and the heart connection, but there's static out there, spiritual static. You got to just fine tune it, tune out the background noise in the spiritual realm, and you're going to be okay. Just tune it out. That's right. I am going to go because it's getting a little cold out here. Yeah. It's a bone-chilling cold. It is literally a bone-chilling cold. I literally feel like my fingers, I mean, they're red. I feel like my fingers have been stuck in snow. You know how when you're a child, you go outside, you didn't have no gloves on or something, and you want to play in the snow or something? I feel like my fingers have literally been injected into the snow. That's how cold this cold feels. I feel it to my bones. So there is something out there. This coldness doesn't feel right. It does not feel natural. It doesn't feel natural. It feels unnatural, is what it's feeling like. Unnatural coldness. It doesn't feel like it naturally occurred at all, because it's really cold. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's bone chilling. It's not natural. 3 days of darkness. Your Bigfoot friend said will be 3 days of light. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It is winter, GR Clove. It is. It's cold. I'm not dressed as warm as I should be because I'm still like in my pajama and boots. Get my boots on. I'll get dressed. I will. Pull myself together and get dressed. Yeah. So I'm going to go, you all. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are. Y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for joining this channel. And thank you, Susan B. and Danny Honey. With that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. I think it's good. You can wear your hoodie in the house. You all, if your house is cold and you don't want to turn off your electric, of course, put on some extra clothes. There's nothing wrong with it. It's better to do that than sit there and freeze. And if you say, Gina, honey, I can't get my feet warm, then you get you an oversized sock, a long sock or something. If you got beans, dry beans or rice, put it in there. Tie it up with a piece of string or something. You don't want to feel that sock too full. You don't, to where you can't squish it. You want to put enough like rice or beans in it to where you can like move it around, and put it in the microwave. I don't know, for around a minute or a half or 2 minutes, and so that can heat up. And put it on your feet or put it in your hands. It feels really nice. If you can't get your feet warm or something, do that. Or your hands, or just put it in your lap, or even your children. That would keep you warm, you all. I lost my rice sock. I might have to make me another one. Oh, I have one every year. I do. It's wonderful. It's an old-fashioned way of keeping your feet warm. Yeah. Vincent, honey, if you had to come on here and say, I'm not a troll, I don't know what you were doing, but you were probably disrupting the stream. Yeah. I am going to go. It don't get this code until never get this code till January, February. Well, the times have changed. Times have changed. And we've changed. You thought it was code coming soon. The code is soon. Okay. The code is soon. Code is coming too soon. Well, you didn't get blocked, Vincent. You didn't. because we tried to maintain our frequency in here and not jump to conclusions. This is what we try to do. Don't want to be jumping. That's right. Love will keep you warm. Yes, it will. Almost had a deja vu. Almost. I felt it coming and it stopped. Felt it coming and it stopped. That was a wild. Yeah. I'm going to go. It's around 30 degrees here. I think, Susan B., did you say it's 15 degrees? Yeah. It's cold. You're welcome, Vincent, honey. You're welcome, y'all. I'm going to go. I am. I think now I'm going to have some warm water, hot water in my coffee cup. My cup of love. I'm going to fill it up with warm water. Got the living water, and I'm going to drink it. Going to drink that living water, and it's going to be warm when it goes in, and it's going to be warm when warm in my cup and warm when it comes in. That's right. It's got the real thing. Got it? Have a wonderful rest of your morning. You all love you. Please give this video a thumbs up. You all love you.